Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Jennifer Harris. I'm 32 years old, I've got a PhD in medical sciences and I'm the Director of Research Policy at the Association of the British Pharmaceutical Industry. There are loads of opportunities in science, technology, engineering and maths, or STEM as we call it. I work in the life sciences sector and we create new medicines for patients. And today, 50% of our global workforce are women. But historically that's not always been the case. Women have been shut out of STEM education and STEM careers, but thankfully today things are very different. You just have to look at some of the amazing women that work in life sciences to see how far we've come. Take Professor Sarah Gilbert, for example. She was involved in the development of the Oxford AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine. Take Emma Walmsley. She's the chief executive of a pharmaceutical company, GlaxoSmithKline. And then Louise Wood, who I personally look up to, is the Director of Science and Research at the UK Government's Department for Health and Social Care. And I guarantee you, all of these pioneering women did not think they would be where they are today when they were 16. When I was 16, I didn't think I would be in a policy role. I just loved human biology and wanted to do medicine. The harsh reality of that was that my grades at A-levels were definitely not going to be good enough to get me into a top-class medical school. And I realised that actually I wasn't ready to go to university. So I had to look for something different. And I found biomedical science at undergrad. I did that at Plymouth University. And at the time, I wasn't quite sure where that would lead. You can be a biomedical scientist in a hospital, or you can go down the research route and do a master's or a PhD and go into kind of academic science. And I decided to do a bit of work experience during my undergraduate to decide which of those routes I wanted. And actually, when I went into the hospital setting and did a biomedical scientist role, I didn't really like it. So it was the second time I went into a hospital role and realised that that particular route wasn't for me. So I then did some summer research with my professors and lecturers and did a secondment year as well, where I worked at the University of Oxford and a laboratory in Turin in Italy. And those experiences collectively convinced me that I really liked science. I really liked understanding what a disease was and how it came about at a cellular level, and decided to do a master's and a PhD. I did my master's and my PhD at the University of Cambridge. It was in a laboratory looking at skin cancer and trying to understand how the immune system fought that cancer and how we could best encourage that immune system to combat the cancer. And again, when I got there, I was enjoying it for a bit, but I didn't necessarily see myself as becoming a lecturer or a professor or one of those really pioneering women that we were talking about before. So I had to find something else, yet again. And I did some experience during my PhD looking at different activities and different environments that I could possibly move into with the transferable skills that I had, and found policy. And when I found policy, it was like that light bulb moment for me. Everything felt really right. I felt that my skill set was absolutely best matched to that career path, and was able to get some grant funding to do a secondment at the UK Government's Department of Health and Social Care. But again, thrown in the deep end, it wasn't necessarily an area I was familiar with. It was in mental health. But actually I was able to work directly with patients, I was able to work with stakeholders, and all of that experience was really, really important when it came round to me interviewing for the role that I'm in now. And since joining the ABPI in 2018, I've kind of risen up the ranks a little bit and really enjoyed the job that I'm doing. I get to work with loads of fantastic women, loads of fantastic men as well, and it's a really enjoyable, vibrant environment, and it keeps me challenged. And I'm really happy that whatever I did in my past has kind of got me to this point. But like I said before, I didn't necessarily think I'd be here when I was 16. So who knows what's in store for the future. I think my only advice is to keep your eyes open and network and see where things take you, and don't be too scared about where that might take you, because before you know, you end up in a role that you never realised existed. So that would be my key advice to girls and women in STEM.